We're finally live.
All right, welcome to another Thursday night of the Guitar Gear Locker. This is live show number 50, and tonight we have guests Craig and Casimir of Sacralorum once again on the show. Last time we had them on, there was a bunch of technical issues, so we figure we reshoot an interview with the guys once again. So basically, I guess let's start off. How did this band come together?
Well, I guess I'll take it away. First of all, I want to say thanks for having us on again, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Basically, it started this. I was in another band called Ramtha, and they're a local band here in Florida, and kind of had a falling out, but it was on good terms. Left and basically just made a post on. I believe it's like a Facebook like music group, and I kind of made the post kind of like goofy and funny, but serious at the same time, just seeing if anybody would actually be interested. And lo and behold, Craig here, he took interest pretty much right away, and the rest is history. So
Nice. And the name of the band, can you explain what the name means, and does it have any relation to what the concept of the band musically or lyrically is?
Well, once we had the songs and we were like, okay, this seems like this can work. To come up with a name, what are we going to use for a name? It's like almost impossible to come up with something that's everybody likes, it's catchy, or fits what you're doing and whatnot. So after a lot of trial and error, came across the word secularum, and through some different definitions, one is of centuries, which I thought sounded pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was beyond the understanding of humankind, or something like that.
Ah,
So I was like,
pretty cool.
That's pretty deep.
it
Yeah.
seemed fit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that gives us, kind of leaves it open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, musically, was there something consciously that you guys had in mind, how the music should be, or was this something that just kind of naturally happened on its own?
Well, I had two songs that I recorded way back. This is maybe 10 years, maybe even more, and they were really raw tracks, just guitar tracks, basically, no drums, nothing, no bass, unmixed. But I still had them, and I sent them to Craig because he wanted to know, what kind of music I had. So I sent them to him, and but as far as like the sound, I mean, it's melodic, heavy. Um,
I think it's based a lot on your guitar influences.
yeah. Um,
He likes a lot of like Tony McAlpine, and
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but like like other like my palette's pretty big. Like I like Joe Pass, yeah, the Tony McAlpine,
Mm-hmm.
Wes Montgomery. I'm
Oh,
all over the place.
amazing.
So, but a lot of stuff that I have, it's revolves around like a lot of like big chords,
Mm-hmm.
layered chords with um, just kind of adds like a lot of like color and flavor to the
Yeah,
sound.
I could definitely hear that, a lot of kind of early kind of heavy metal melodic elements in there, to the approach, and progressive elements, in what
Yeah,
I in the songs, you know. But at the same time, it's not, I wouldn't call it a super technical thing. It's very tasteful the way everything is
Yeah.
done. Um,
Now, do you
And-
all have similar musical influences?
No.
No. Okay, so what?
No, absolutely.
And the funny thing is like when we started playing, it's like because I've had chances and opportunities to pursue other things, but I couldn't do it, and I still can't do it to this day because I'm regaining strength in my left hand from years of it becoming weak from carpal tunnel.
Right.
So when I came across what he was when he posted that he was looking to start a band from the ground up, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about what somebody else has already done, and I can play what I depending on what he's got. If I'm digging it, then I can put just something to it that won't be so may not be so demanding on my hands.
Sure.
Mhm.
I told him straight up. I said, look, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I can play to it. I
Right.
can actually play to it without it being so uncomfortable that it's becoming a problem.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely
and the thing is now that they're that song is like it's got its heavy parts, the one that we put out, but it has simpler areas to it, whereas these other ones we have are more diverse as far as not like overly complex but there's just a lot happening, and to hear it in its entirety is to understand it completely.
Right. Right.
What because each part play it follows a good context. So
right.
So and I'm saying this because I mean we know who you are. We always kind of start. I fall victim to this every week, and I'm kind of watching the viewers like going up and down. So maybe we're getting introduced to a new audience. You're probably saying the same thing, Alex. So I think it'd be a cool thing to just find out kind of the background on both of you. For anybody that's new that may be watching.
Yeah. I mean,
Make sense?
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, background as far as like just musically, like or
Oh
guitar
yeah,
player.
musically, not long walks in the park.
I mean, God, I mean, I would say like classical, jazz, blues. I at one point I took lessons for maybe 2 years, and the first teacher I had, he was kind of like an old school metalhead. Was real into like Yngwie and stuff like that, the real shreddy stuff. He had to leave and went to Nashville, and then my second guitar teacher, he was real into like jazz and funk. So, well, that's another thing too. Funk. I'm real into like funk, and believe it or not, like neo soul. Just because of like the chops, like the playing, it's ridiculous. Like the way they use chords and how they play melodies within the chords, it's really interesting. So for me, it really expands my harmonic musical palette to create certain chords that I can use for a heavier sound.
Right.
And but yeah, I mean, yeah, classical, jazz, blues.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Craig?
A large palette.
I'm sorry. What was that right?
Large palette. You have a large background there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But heavy metal will always be like the core of it for me. I mean, that's just where it's at.
Right.
And
So how long have you been playing in bands, Cass?
We know what, it's funny because probably back in 2010, I was doing it wasn't really a band, it was like a duo. It was me and another guitar player. And believe it or not, it was not metal at all. It was like folk music. So, but I couldn't find anybody that wanted to play metal in like my neighborhood. So I had to like, and the guy I was playing with, we were like best friends, but he was like into punk and I really wasn't. But for some reason, we just kind of connected and we kind of had that going. And then I'd probably say like 2008 and then
Mhm.
to about now. Yeah. So
Nice.
So when you originally got the call from Craig, was Craig on the radar with you? Like, did you know anything about his background?
well, yeah, I looked at it because he messaged me on like Facebook Messenger, and I looked at the name and I'm like, it looks like somebody that, you know, kind of has like some kind of notoriety. So I kind of creeped a little bit, went on like Wikipedia and you know, typed his name, and lo and behold, he pulled up, and you know,
Yeah.
he had quite the resume. So
Craig is real. He is
yeah.
real. Hey, hold on. Before we get to Craig, Lexi wants to know if we can all say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lexi.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Does anybody know Lexi?
Uh,
We do
No.
now. Happy birthday, Lexi.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I figure
So
we'll lead into Craig with a happy birthday.
mhm. I mean, I have to say, I know, I know Craig's background, his musical background, what what his influences are, and musically, what you're doing is, it's kind of like, see if you agree with me, Craig. This is kind of like you kind of going back to your roots a bit, to like Maiden and
Yeah,
first.
in a way, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that he writes that it reminds me. It's got like a King Diamond feel, like early King Diamond,
Right.
or even a little mid career King Diamond, like Abigail Them type stuff, and
Mhm.
there's like a Maiden type, early Merciful Fate type feel to it, like vibe. There's
Yeah.
it's interesting. So it's cool because I'm able to play along to this and like really um, put more into something because it's harder to or not harder, but it's not as
Well,
simple as you think to create a lot of stuff in a sort of tempoed format.
yeah. I mean, I think what I hear at least is that you're able to shine with some, of your playing as a drummer that you weren't able to do previously with a lot of the other bands. There's that early elements coming out in your drumming. That's not all super fast, or it's very tasteful stuff, and you know, uh, at least to my ears, what I hear, which is nice to hear that, come out of you, because it's like it's you going back to your roots, really, as a player. I think with your drumming, it's not all super fast stuff, which I'm sure there's going to be some surprises when we hear some of the newer songs, because this one song that you guys released is only one small part of the story, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, we're thinking of. I don't know if it'll be. I mean, I don't see why not. We're working with a bass player right now, so
Oh, nice.
and
Yeah.
he's it's cool because he's bringing an element too. He's not like he's from another side of like the musical spectrum in a
yeah,
way. But he's got some skills, he's definitely got skills. So
hmm
we were thinking that,
awesome.
when
This
we
is,
gel a little bit more, we may like live stream or record our practices together and post them so people in the meantime can hear the other songs that we have, and
mhm.
we'll
So
see
this is
where
fresh news. Then you guys having a new member to the band.
Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
and how?
it's looking that way.
Yeah.
Right. And you said he kind of came from a different genre, or
Yeah. I mean, I would say, yeah, it's kind of like a generation thing, maybe,
yeah,
but it's kind of cool because we kind of take our influences from like each generation that we were brought up in.
right.
So the bass player we're playing with, he's kind of comes from like more of the, more of the obscure, kind of like the Melvins,
Oh,
like
okay.
heavy, like that kind of heavy, yeah, the Melvins and Big Business, bands like that.
Yeah.
But so it definitely, with that, him being influenced with those types of bands, it kind of adds a different chemistry and dynamic to
Right.
the overall sound.
And that could be a super positive thing, I think.
Yep.
Especially
Oh
when you
yeah,
get a melting pot of players, and it brings out something unique that you wouldn't hear, when you have everybody that kind of comes from the same background.
yeah,
Exactly.
And it brings something fresh, to the music. It's like, his approach may be completely different at how you would hear a bass line, and
Mhm.
and that can make some of the best music, I think,
Yeah.
is when you have the diversity, of players in a band, and if they can come together and make one sound,
Right,
that
yeah,
is, that comes together with the collective players involved.
Right.
So yeah, that's good news to hear that. And
Yeah.
now, as far as I guess, talk about a little bit about the recording, the studio that you guys. Where was the studio you guys were recorded at, and what was the gear you guys were using in the studio?
It was Bay Sound in Sarasota, right?
yeah.
Sarasota.
Bass Sound, Sarasota, yeah.
And just looked around for some studios and just read up on that one. It was like one of the few that I looked into. I looked at another one, Clearwater, but a little pricey for what we wanted to do. And
Right.
they recommended that we, check out this studio. So contacted them, and they said, "Look, it's like $100 an hour, or something like that." And I said, "Okay, we want a couple hours. We just want to do some drum tracks for now."
Hmm.
They set up a time. We went down, brought my drums in, set them up, tracked the song, and left.
Yeah, it was a pretty painless. I
It
mean,
was in and out. It was
Craig
fun.
literally he tracked his drums within, I don't know, 2 hours. I think.
Well, it
Wow.
took 45 minutes to set everything up,
Yeah, it
and then
took-
we had to get the levels, and
yeah,
then it was like as soon as I was ready to play, it was just like, "All right, you ready? Like get the click track going. Let's go." And
He's like, time is money.
yeah, I wanted to get it done, and it was easy song that we have, like pretty much like the first one we played together, so it was the most gelled and easy to just play with.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I wanted to get it done and get in and out, and within what we had our time scheduled for, not go over or anything, because we were coming back anyway. So it was like just get the drums done and then bring them home, and then come back a week or two later, get
Right.
guitars.
yeah.
So Craig, when you first heard Kaz's music, did you have was there immediately like, oh, I can put this in here, I can do this? And,
Yeah. When I heard the songs, I was like, okay, this is structured. I heard it was, there was a structure, there was melody, there was harmonies,
Mhm.
there was good breakdowns, there was like mellow, like interludes, like he likes to interject
Mellow
into the song.
interludes.
And I knew, like, yeah, okay, I can do this here, I can do this here, but I was like, you know what, but I wanted it a little faster. I hear that it just needed to be just a little bit more, and
Mhm.
even still, like what we put out, that song, there's the fast parts are pretty much the speed they're to be at, but there was a couple other parts in between that could have been a little bit quicker, but it's not a big deal. When we play it live, it'll all come
Yeah.
together.
Mm.
So the first time this kind of started one time when Craig was on, he was talking about looking for somebody. Then he found Kaz. Now you found a bass player. Like, where do you think we're going with this?
Probably instrumental.
Right.
But I mean, another guitar player and a vocalist. I mean, ideally, it'd be nice to get a guitar player that can sing too.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But
Yeah.
Craig
Yeah.
can sing.
He can.
No.
I
I'm not a fan
No,
of drummers singing. It's just one or the other, because it's just like, no.
Okay, so Craig
just
can't
looks
say.
weird
Kaz,
too.
it's on you, buddy.
Not easy, but it also looks weird. Just
Yeah,
looks weird.
he
to me.
said it looks weird.
It just does. It's just
Kaz,
weird.
it's on you, man.
I know it's all up to me. I
You
know.
got to do
I
it.
mean, I've recommended somebody can, do something at the end of each song or into the next song, so there's something there.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not any type
So
of
it
singing
sounds
or
like you all are looking for more band members and looking to make this thing a more serious gig, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, with what we have, we could pull it off live.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of us, having
Bass player up to
get him
speed
up to
with the
speed,
tracks.
and then like I've said to Kaz, I said I don't care if we don't have a singer. I mean, who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
So if you don't like the fact we don't have a singer, then get up on the stage, grab the mic.
You could find a singer like that.
Or I even said, you know what? Maybe we don't need a singer. Maybe we'll leave it up to the the listener to interpret. What
Interpretive lyrics,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say you don't like the vocals. You can't say you don't like the lyrics. You come
may
up
be
with them
fun to
on your own.
No, I
I-
think it's just kind of interesting.
Come up with the new art form.
The
Where,
what?
maybe a little bit more money, you can interject your own lead, your
There you
own
go.
drumming, your own vocals, and you listen to it, for yourself.
You could
way-
charge people to write their own
Customize
lyrics.
your favorite band.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of interesting. It kind of started as a conversation and now see it evolving into something. It's kind of cool for me.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is.
No, I mean, it
What we
is.
have now are they just keep
Evolving. I
Yeah,
guess.
they're-
I mean, yeah.
not one is like the other,
Right.
but they're still they still have something that connects them.
Yeah. Right.
And Craig will normally he'll actually come up with like really cool ideas for like certain ways to like arrange
Uh-huh.
the song, even though it's already kind of like been written. I hate
Right.
saying that because I want to say we're all involved. I mean, definitely with the arranging.
Right.
Like he'll come up with like really cool ideas for arranging. Same with the bass player. He's been kind of interjecting lately.
Oh, that's
And,
good.
It's cool because like it like the songs, these songs that I've had forever, like it really breathes new life into like the structure, the arrangement, ideas I would never even thought of, and it's
Right.
really cool. It's
Right.
neat. So
So last time I think we kind of cut short or got lost in the mix with, all right, Kaz, what kind of guitar do you use?
I just use a piece of shit telly with a really good pickup. It's called a Railhammer Anvil.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they still make them. It's like some boutique brand, but
Uh-huh.
I have that, and then I have a American Standard telly that
Right.
I probably need to refret. I haven't used it in forever. So, but
Right.
that's
I
pretty much
remember
it.
we talked about that afterwards, but we didn't talk about it during the show. So I was going to make sure we hit it
Yeah.
during the show this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's a good workhorse guitar. It has a kill switch on it that I put on it custom,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. And
Yeah.
The Rail Hammers are pretty good pickups, and
oh, you know about them, Alex?
yeah, I had them on two guitars. I got introduced by a guy, Henry from the band God the Throne from Holland, and he built me a guitar years ago. And he asked me about the pickups I wanted. And back then, I was an EMG guy, but I actually was leaning to switch to passive, but I wanted something hot, like an
Hot,
EMG,
yeah.
but the openness of a passive pickup. And he recommended Rail Hammers, and so he put them in the guitar. And Roger actually has that guitar now.
It's right there hanging on the wall. You just can't see
Nice.
it
He had made for me
in the darkness.
I love the pickups, so I actually put them in another one of my Jackson's Rhodes that I recorded one of my other projects called Ruinous. So that is done with, rail hammers as well on that recording. But yeah, the great pickups, and I believe Railhammer is owned by Reverend. I'm pretty sure, or they're affiliated.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure they still go. And I know they did they have a Billy Corgan signature
Yeah.
Railhammer as well.
That Reverend King bolt I had rail hammers in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the guitar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
Yeah,
the
they're
best
good
part
pickups.
of
Good
Kelly.
pickup. Yeah.
But eventually I'd like to upgrade and get like a Gibson Les Paul custom. I'm more of like traditional. I like traditional style bodies. Like the Les Paul custom, man. That's the one that's going to break the bank.
Yeah.
But it'll be worth it, I think, in the end. So
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I like the way a Gibson custom sounds. Well, it depends. You could get one that's super expensive and it still sounds like shit, but,
yeah, right. Yeah.
My big issue is the weight, So
I love the weight. Yeah, that's the thing.
I like heavy guitars, but when you get to
Young
my
shoulder.
age, it's not so good on you anymore.
Yeah, he's got a young shoulder.
But in the studio, I have one of my ESPs, Eclipse. It's basically a Les Paul custom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that guitar is heavy, but it's also one of my best sounding guitars that I have, and that's strictly a studio guitar, pretty much. So, because playing an hour long set or 2 hours is destroy all my damaged nerves that I already have.
Yeah. It's funny. I just accidentally bought a 95 Les Paul Studio, all black with chrome hardware, and put humbucker P90s in it. It's heavier than my custom. So I have R0. That studio is heavier than that R0. I was pretty surprised. It's a gnarly little guitar though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was $800 on Reverb.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Like I said, I accidentally bought it. So,
Accidentally?
Yeah, well, you hit the button and then they start making offers, and it's like before you know it, it's in your credit card's there.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun until your wife finds out.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, well, I accidentally bought it. It's happened. It happens once in a while. Yeah, they're cool guitars.
Yeah.
What kind of rig do you play through? What kind of rig do you play through?
Me, I keep it real simple. It's just a Marshall, I want to say 1960 AB or AV. It's a slanted cab, and then I use a PV 65 34 plus head, which they don't even make anymore. But it's basically 5150, but with EL 34s in it, so it has more of like a mid range bite, and then I use real simple pedals. I use a TS9 Ibanez Tube Screamer. I use that through the Crunch channel for rhythms.
Right.
And then, it's real simple. I'd like to upgrade though eventually, but for now, I just kind of keep it bare bones and just simple, So
that makes sense.
Yeah. But,
and Craig, the drums that you used in the studio.
Yeah, they were my kit. The signature Babinga 12-ply from Sonar. Pasty cymbals, the Rudes, and Aquarian drum heads. I used they're like reminiscent of a calfskin.
Nice.
Yeah, they delivered. They sounded really good there. We're rehearsing at another studio right now, and they're a little bit cheaper, but I think I don't know. It's still up in the air where we may record the next song, or we may just do it like you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
And when are you
now-
guys plan on recording again?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. Well, right now we're kind of getting the bass player up to speed with the second. Well, we're thinking about doing the second song as like another single in order to attract more members, basically. So,
Right.
like getting him up to speed on that, and then I don't know. What do you think, Craig?
I mean, we have what 4 or 5 songs now.
Yeah, we have about 5 songs. Yeah.
We just need a little more working on them. You know, they're pretty much, at least the foundations. There's little like maybe harmonies and stuff and other little
Nuances and
yeah
whatnot.
that have yet to be included or reconfigured. But there's a good amount of music that we have that we could go record, and anybody else along the way can come in and do whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Now, Kaz, is this your first exposure to
record
recording?
good. What was that?
Kaz, is this your first exposure to recording?
No. I've been in studios before, but
Okay.
but the
Click was
what's that?
the click was interesting.
Oh yeah, the click. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things. When the click track comes on, it's like you either got it or you don't. You
Right.
kind of you're on the spot. So
Yeah.
it's weird because whenever like I'm writing or playing a certain riff, it'll sound cool and like in time, but then whenever I put it to a click, it's like, wait, this isn't in 4/4 or
Right.
there's certain it's just one of those things. But I'm pretty good with the click though.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with him.
Well, no, I think it's also helpful.
There's
Like if
certain
somebody's
riffs, like where if you play it and then you put a click to it, it all depends on where you come in,
Yeah.
like where you start playing. Like the click can come in, but if you're like delaying it, like before you hear it or after you hear it, you're waiting before it clicks again a little bit, it's going to affect it and it's not going to sound right.
right.
Or if you're even something as like instead of coming in on 8, you're coming in on 7. Or like okay, come in on 8.
Coming on.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, I love the click. I've kind of
me too. It was cool, but even like like I was saying, there's some of the stuff that in that song is a little bit slower than what we actually play it, and it.
Yeah, I mean, but the click is just it's just
pulled
a
out
guide.
some of the impact.
Well, you remember?
Yeah, you don't. I think some people think that you lose, the human element of playing to a click, but it's just a guide. You don't, lose that.
Yeah, we were floating through it,
What's up, Evan? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Evan drops by every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it definitely takes some, you using the click for the first time will take some adjusting to.
Oh yeah.
But once you get used to it, it's a great tool to have.
Now, do you all recommend when not new players but newer players when they're starting to get into bands and things like that or recording, playing to or getting used to playing to a click?
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, you have to have a sense of timing.
Well,
Obviously.
yeah.
That's where the click comes in.
Right.
Because if you don't know how to play to the click, then I mean,
Well,
yeah.
I think that's like a that's if you feel it's necessary.
Yeah.
So that you if you want to learn it, fine. If not, it's not a big deal. Some people are
Yeah.
Are good enough that it's not needed, and it's still within the the parameters of almost perfect.
Right. Right.
If not, so I mean, Dave Weckl has an app for drummers that it's like a metronome type. It's a metronome, but it gives you melodies or like a whole section of. It's unlike anything I've ever heard before, and it forces creativity on you because you're not just hearing like.
So it's like
You're a
throwing
whole
at you or
like
something.
thing going on, and you're going to play to that, and
Right.
it really opens up your creativity. I was really impressed with that. I was like, man, this is definitely a useful tool.
Right.
So that I would recommend for any drummer.
Right. Right.
When it comes to the timing and stuff, as opposed to it just being just like
So does it have like program riffs or something that's like in
yeah,
there?
it's got programmed like I guess you could say like an orchestration happening, and you're going to play to it. It's really really cool.
Wow, that's pretty
Right.
cool.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, instantly I was like, wow, this is like forcing like things that got making me do things I wouldn't normally do because of the way it's being shown to me. It's kind of like when you hear like someone shows you a riff and then like you're putting your little 2 cents into it. It's that of experience.
Right. That's cool. Yeah.
So what do you guys got coming up next? Anything you guys want to advertise? I mean, obviously, another thing I'd like to know is where we can find you guys on social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page, I believe. A YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
We have the song available if people so choose to want to, buy it. It's like $1 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Support the cause. Help us get the next song recorded.
Yeah, and it's available on all.
If there's any guitar players out there, hit us up. We've got people
Singers.
hitting us up, and we're getting back to everybody as we can.
Yeah.
And we're doing our best to get back to everybody, and
And just so everybody that's watching knows, you all are in the Florida area on
That's
the Gulf
correct.
side, right? Tampa side, right?
correct.
Yeah, the golf. Yeah.
Yep.
So they can find you guys on social media if they need to reach out as far as auditioning band, and you can find the music there as well. The one song that was released. What is the name of the song? So that you guys released?
Titled Berserker.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
And yeah, we're just looking for members.
Yeah, and along the way, as bass player gets up to speed,
Yeah.
we can play live. I got no problem playing live. There's a 3-piece.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Like we could be in the middle of the city somewhere.
Are you all trying to get any gigs live?
Get it out there so people will see. Like, whoa, I'd like to see this. With the proper
Lineup or full band.
proper sound.
Proper sound. Yeah.
With the PA and everything. Because once it's going, it's pretty good. It's cool. I think people will dig it.
Right. Are you all trying to get anything live going?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like Craig was saying, just with 3 of us,
Yeah.
We'll
why
play
not?
live.
I
got no problem with that. Stream it, whatever.
Help wanted signs, like on stage,
Right. Craig says that band will travel.
Whatever,
Yeah, that's cool.
Whatever it takes.
We got the business knocked out in under an hour. Do y'all want to bullshit?
It's on me. I mean, I look at it like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions? You know what I was watching? It kind of threw me off at the beginning, and we talked. Nobody will know what we're talking about. This, so there's a different way that we all look at this now. I guess it goes to phones and normal YouTube. Well, the viewers jumped way up at the beginning. That's why I was like, hey, let's get a kind of a background on you guys, because we had new people coming in. But we do have people to watch every single week. And sometimes it gets more interesting. Like we get the business. We always say we get the business out of the way at the beginning, and then we just start geeking out about gear and music and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
good
so
time.
you all said that your musical tastes are different. What are
Yeah.
the differences?
Yeah, I mean, Craig's like
He's an
all like
old man and you're not. I could say that because I'm an old man. I'm older than him, I think.
I mean, I like, I like real melodic stuff. Craig's like fuck melody. He's just like, oh, fuck, no. Like, yeah, fuck the melody. Like, I'm like, dude, no, it's all about the melody, and it's like, but I think that's cool to have that contrast. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously joking around, but
I know.
I'm trying to convey to him like in other words, like it doesn't all have to be melody.
interludes.
So in other words, Craig's more the
playing metal,
metal guy, and you're more the
playing
melodic,
metal.
right?
With that,
I said, so Craig is more the extreme metal guy, and you're more.
oh
the
yeah,
melodic.
yeah. I mean,
Well, there's certain things I'll hear him come up with, and then I'll just be like,
yeah,
all right,
He's honest
I
about it,
gotta find out how I can. I like what I'm hearing, but I'm gonna have to do something.
that's good though. Yeah,
You
like
know.
I need that. I tell him that. I'm like,
And then
This is the perfect combination, man, because you have one saying it doesn't have to be melodic all the way through, and one saying it doesn't have to be in your face all the way through. It's the
Yeah, I mean-
perfect combination, man.
Or
Kind of meet in the middle and come up
melodic at all.
What's
Doesn't have
that?
to be melody, none.
None.
no.
In your face.
Melodies for posers.
Yeah.
Melody. Posers is for the 80s.
Yeah.
I'll say it. What?
They're still-
I'll
they're
take some
still
shit
around.
on the internet like that. Posers. I said that when I was 12.
Posers, they live.
Ugh.
They're still around.
What's that?
They're still around. Posers,
Yeah.
they haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, I
You know,
get
They're
it.
morphed into different genres now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of
Whatever they're into.
All right, so Craig, if we were to like follow you down the road and hear your stereo, what's the weirdest thing we'd hear you listening to? Like would it be some ABBA?
The weirdest.
Well, not the weirdest. Like we would find it surprising that you liked it.
Oh, surprising that I was listening to that.
Wow.
There's a lot that would probably surprise you. So,
Not at this point.
no. I mean,
All right, you want us to buzz you out and go to Kaz?
I may have to come back to that one because
We'll come back to you.
now I'm asking myself, do I have to like what I'm listening to?
You don't have to like it.
Surprise them? That is it something that just came across the radio that
No, something you were kind of
I'm
digging.
actually I prefer?
Well, I mean, how about what have you been listening to lately, Craig? What's been on your?
This is going to be
Tuned.
cliche
I'm
because
listening to Tuned at the Gates.
Oh, okay, cool. Which Entombed records?
Uprising.
Oh, Uprising, yeah, good record. But,
very
funny,
very in your face.
I'm glad you like that stuff because I know a lot of our friends. They can't get into the later Entombed stuff, and man,
Oh,
every
no,
record.
it's great.
I was a late bloomer.
There's some melody.
Yeah, Uprising was a great record. I love the
I
production.
like those kind of melodies.
Yeah.
The sad sounding ones, the ones that make you you're ready to end it. It's so powerful, because the happy sounding things it's okay.
And rest in peace, LG, because I think it's kind of recently anniversary.
LG, rest in peace, Thomas
Lost
Lindbergh.
Thomas too.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, two
it's
phenomenal,
funny, I saw both those guys
phenomenal men.
probably like a year before they both passed away. I saw LG probably about a year before he passed away, and because I think he just got diagnosed right after I saw him last, and same thing with Thomas. I already knew he was going through what he was going through, but it looked like he was going to pull through when I saw him last, and which was last year, and yeah, fucking crazy, just like that, man. Both those guys, both great guys too, man. Great singers, and
Oh,
did so
yeah.
much for metal music, and both of them great fans too.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
And man, what a shame. We lost two iconic frontmen. You know,
Yeah.
There's
so
actually a I had a suggestion for Kaz. I was listening at work, hook up a car stereo to a car battery, Wi-Fi your phone to it, or Bluetooth it, At the Gates comes on, and it was Unto Others. And there's a
mhm.
part in the song, and I was like, I, I'd kind of like to see us kind of have something like, in because the song does something similar, and I liked how it just was clarified from one part to the other. I'm like, yeah, if we could capture like the similarity there, it might work well in like this newer song we have. So
Right.
Yeah.
and you know, again, thinking of Thomas.
Mm. So, Kaz, what do you got? What's going on with you musically? What have you been listening to? Or are you not a big music listening guy?
No, I definitely. Anytime I'm like driving, I'm always like listening to something usually. But as far as like lately, I'd probably say, uh,
You
um,
knew this question was coming.
yeah, I know, right? Um, Dude, like King's X, believe it
Okay.
or not. The Dogman album, that's a really good album. Like I like the way it's produced. It's such a
Yeah.
well produced album. Um, just the way the instruments sit in the mix and the vocals and the guitar tones, like it's just I don't know, it's
Yeah.
really cool. And but yeah, probably like that, and you know, some of the neo soul stuff. I like I said, I mean, being a guitar player, I'm drawn to stuff like that because it
Mhm.
expands my playing, you know.
Right.
So,
All right.
but
What's an example? What's a band in neo soul?
oh god, well, there's an artist called Tom Mish. He's
Okay.
like UK based. Um, he's pretty cool. I'm trying to think who else, but yeah, I don't know. What about you guys?
I just plugged it in my phone so I could look it up.
Music. I'm a big. I listen to music every day, or at least every night. At night I'm usually. So lately it's probably been like Tangerine Dream, Budgie,
Oh no,
uh,
yeah, Budgie. Okay, yeah, nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kiss. What else? Bathory.
okay,
Yeah, it's been some of the music I've been listening to. Some like new wave stuff, Susie and the Banshees and Bauhaus,
nice.
stuff like that. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the map. More of like mainly 70s hard rock and early 80s metal. Like
Okay,
Maiden and Priest and you know Motorhead and
Yeah.
AC/DC. All that stuff. It's always consistent with me. But lately, a lot of like Tangerine Dream and Budgie and like I said, Bauhaus. Listening to their first couple records, and actually the reunion Bauhaus record's really good. Actually,
Yeah.
uh, that they did.
Wow, that brings back memories.
So,
well,
but yeah, like and for if the Ace Frehley solo record, I think that's been when like another guy we lost one of my actually
yeah,
first
Yeah,
heroes.
really, right?
yeah.
I mean, that was
The Ace Frehley record, like that first solo record, is just fucking perfection. That's one of my
yeah,
desert
that
albums.
was the better of the.
I
Yeah.
never listened to it.
Oh man, fucking every song on that record, and drum wise too. Craig probably like Anton Fig fucking smokes on that record, and his drum
Yeah,
production
it's
on
been a while. I
ridiculous.
should
But yeah, stuff like that.
revisit
Actually,
that.
speaking of in tune, I've been listening to some of Nick A. Anderson's band, The Helicopters, some of that stuff. is it's pretty good too. It's like it's not metal. It's it's rock. It's more like
Yeah,
70s.
Oh, the
yeah,
Helltoppers.
okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, stuff like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Murder Squad.
It change from day to day, whatever mood I'm in. I could be extreme stuff, like Bathory and early Slayer and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
you know, I don't know, to whatever, to Radiohead or something like that.
Isn't Murder Squad? Aren't they? Like
Murder Squad, that is that's Richard from Dismember and Maddie Ufa on guitar and Peter who played in Tombed and on Uprising, who replaced Nick in the band on drums. It's kind of like Autopsy is kind of like a tribute to Autopsy, really. It's good stuff though. I like it.
yeah, me too. It's good
I think
stuff.
they got new stuff coming out. Pretty sure.
Yeah. I think I saw it like rehearsing or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Swedes, they always got something good going on.
They do it right, man. I don't know. There's something I don't know. The Gothenburg sound, like the whole I don't know, it just started a whole new wave of like that whole Swedish melodic metal. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say
You know,
they
you know,
definitely were a part of it. Carcass did too, later.
yeah, yeah, right.
Craigling does
Me
it.
and Craig go. We
And
had towards the end we had very melodic kind of elements too, because I wanted to incorporate Merciful Fate meets Morbid Angel.
Right. Okay.
There was like that going on back then too, But yeah, that's cool. So Craig, any other anything to get back to Roger's original question? Anything people be surprised that you like?
so far, I'm not surprised.
He does. Trust me, he does
Yeah,
listen to non-heavy.
I just like poking at Craig because I think he's
I
hilarious.
guess you could say I don't know, more like ambient type music. Like it's kind of like I don't know. It's more like when you're new way. I don't know what you would call it, like new.
Post rock.
No, it's more like it's not music, but like in the traditional sense with lyrics and singers. It's more like synth
like
type.
Noises.
Atmosphere.
Transcendental. That's
Yeah.
how it's a way to describe. To me, when I hear it, it sounds like what you're possibly would go through when you're
Yeah,
you're
so it's
dying.
like atmosphere.
You're going from
Yeah.
one energy form to another, and it's just real trippy
Yep.
sound.
That's a good description, actually.
To me, that's relaxing because it
Yeah.
kind of makes you stop and like, what the hell am I listening to?
I agree. Back in the day, and you know what? I think Blood Incantation even said this, which blew my mind, was way back in the day. Enya used to be like that, like really like relaxation. It would be called ambient music now. Stuff that not Orinoco Cove or whatever it was, not the stuff with words, but the stuff that was just kind of noise.
Yeah,
Yeah, not the more poppy stuff.
because it's different, It's
Yeah. Yeah. Do you all try to listen to new stuff? Do you force yourself to do it?
I'm kind of like
Taz is scared to say it. I can see he does.
like I'm kind of stuck in the if I happen upon it, like how I kind of was coming across music, or if someone says, "Yo, you got to check this out," and usually when they say, "Yo, you got to check this out," I'm like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. It's like it's got to be through somebody that has similar
maybe
taste. They'll say, check this out. I think you'll like
Yeah.
this. Because I stopped looking for music in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like you, Alex. Like I like all the classic stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to listen to newer stuff, especially the heavier music, because it's just the way it's all like produced. It all sounds the same. Like the
Yeah.
drums. Like
Good
I don't know. It's
Like there's a lot of bands out there, but I hate to sound like the old guy, but it's like we experienced that. We heard rock music to hard rock to heavy
Right.
metal to, you know,
We
hardcore.
heard it transition and evolve.
Yeah, so
No, you guys did.
you
Yeah.
know, so it's kind of like when you hear stuff, it's like, okay, it's done well, but it's doesn't really, you know, this was
Yeah.
done a long time ago, and
time
I
ago,
don't really
yeah.
hear much new stuff that.
And you know, but for those guys too, you know, like for them, it's like, you know, it's the first time for them. So, you know, even though
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, you know, but for them, so that's cool too. So,
It could be worse. They could be copying something really bad that we don't
Yeah.
want.
I'm finding it strange today that like
Right.
I'm hearing a lot of snare drums that are, to me, they're sounding a lot like Saint Anger, and I'm like, man, is this a thing now? I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be.
Well, and I
You
think
know,
it's good as long as they don't come out now and shit on you guys that were doing it back in the day, you know? As long as they do it respectfully and respect those before them, I think it's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, it definitely is a lot of that nowadays. You know, I don't think if it was for these newer bands playing the old style,
Yeah.
us old guys would have nobody to play for because they brought in their audience, the younger people.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
because
Well,
that's
I
their
think
generation.
that's like with that in mind. When we went to Bass Sound, it was like another contributing factor to, you know, see how it would come out recording there, because it was more like, you know, the Allman Brothers used to rehearse there, and
Right.
Brian Johnson would go hang out there, and was, you know, Joe Perry, you know, like people were going there, and there was things happening, so people knew what they were doing, at least as from what it looked like. You know, they had seasoned veterans behind the helm,
Mhm.
so let's check it out, you know, and see how the music will turn out in this type of setting. And I was, you know, really pleased with the, you know, the result, and I look forward to, you know, possibly going back there, if not where we're at now. You know,
Cool.
the next song will
Yeah.
give another indication of like, whoa, hey, it's different than the first, and it's like twice as long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. It's like completely different from what you guys listen to, like the single.
But it's still heavy too.
Yeah, it's still
It's
heavy.
bizarre.
Yeah, but it's
still,
just yeah.
Wow, I'm really curious.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
It's just
It's exciting when you go
That's
into different
I
territories.
suggested to him. I said, let's just go. You know, record our practices.
I just
You
want to get
know,
this thing going, man.
and if it sounds
Like,
good, if people hear it, you know,
yeah.
maybe you know, they can help us construct some songs.
Right.
You know,
Sorry guys,
you
I'm
know,
just frustrated.
maybe we at first, hey, what
Yeah.
kind of vocals you think we should have?
Yeah.
You like that bass line that guy just did?
Yeah.
You know, you guys keep at it. You guys will
Your
find
input,
the
your
right
fan
person,
input.
you know, to sing, you know, and you know, so
It's
I'm
just
actually,
I feel like I got the hardest part out of the way. I got a really good drummer. Like normally find a really good drummer that's only dedicated to one project. That's like finding a fucking unicorn. And I found him.
Yeah.
Great.
I think the hardest thing is, you know, in a band when you're starting something new is drummers and singers. They're the two hardest things to
Right.
find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a zillion guitar players out there.
Well, yeah, you would
And
say
they,
that like
you know,
we put out the single and like not one
or,
fucking
or a good drummer, you know, like a real drummer. You know, it's like even my old band, Craig was the second drummer, our old band Goraphobia, and you know when
yeah.
we got him in the band, the guy we had before that, he was this very like I don't know, just, I mean he was like a punk kind of hardcore kind of drummer, very simple and stuff, and you know I wanted Dave Lombardo, you know,
Right.
and so when Craig came in, it just fucking took everything up another 10 notches, you know, and we were able to do things musically we couldn't do before.
It would match in energy.
Yeah. So, you know, so when you get a proper drummer, you can have the best riffs in the world, but if you don't have a proper drummer that's going to execute that stuff and get it out there, it's not gonna connect, you know.
Yeah.
It should, you know.
Well, Alex, what do you think we're doing wrong? as far as like getting other members. Like I feel like we have a really good single out, but it's like nobody's biting on it, man.
I mean, it's hard for
I
me
don't think we're doing anything wrong. I just think that the whole spectrum of what we remember to what the world is the way it is now, with people's
different. It's very different.
attention spans, like 3 seconds, if that,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
instant
back in our day, we
gratification.
had a search for people, and we had an underground kind of movement going on too. So that's how you found like-minded guys, through tape trading and things like that. And there was actually, everything was new then. But I've had somebody ask me this question too, like, "Oh, how do I go about this and that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the worst person to ask, because
I told Kaz, I said,
changed so
people
much."
will come along when the time is right,
Yeah, but dude,
and the right people will come along. I don't want to force anybody to.
I would say this is keep at the social media thing,
Seem like it's
it's been a year and a half since we had this project going.
or
it's
what
like-
you guys could do is hire a
Private
PR person, to kind of help you guys out, and just
Hey,
kind
look,
of get some of the news outlets. And,
it could be a three-piece. It's not going to change the way that the band presents itself, and the intensity of the music, and what we have, because what we have right now is pretty decent, and it's going to take time. I'm in a rush, like I said, with one song, you're not going to really get much interest, because they really don't have much to go on. So as we get this bass player up to speed, we can put this stuff live. People can watch it if they're interested. Hit us up. It is what it is. The age of technology now is like, you could just put it out directly to the consumer. And we're going to live you our album. You're going to have a concert in your living room. Yeah, it may not be the same as being at a club, but when the band's playing directly to you, and so, what song would you like to hear next? And they've got the means that it's coming through, like you're watching Live After Death, on DVD.
Hey, Kaz, one idea, just spitballing an idea here is,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you'll have any
I'm predicting in the future.
Fucking,
I can see.
I feel like I'm just hitting my head against a fucking brick wall at this point.
No. So here's another idea, and I only know this because I get to see a lot of younger players, a lot of older players too, come in here, and we have 3 music schools around here, and they're all phenomenal, and all of these people are into extreme music nowadays. So, and there's some great guitar players and singers in some of these music schools. Maybe you want to tap into that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
sure.
we've seen a couple of them, Alex. There's a couple that they're even just young guys. They're already shredding like crazy, So, but there's also, it's not all kids, so I'm not trying to give you the visual like you're going to go into music school and it's going to be like 12-year-olds. So
Like
there's adult learners there also that are looking for bands. Yeah, not
You know what I
for-
mean? You know what I mean? I'd rather just keep writing songs and putting them out there, and then somebody will be like, "Hey, I want to be a part of it."
I would say keep writing it. I mean, I would
Yeah.
just record a bunch of songs, and then at least you have the music there. Record a bunch of songs, you have the music, and then when you find
That's
the right
right.
person to
Yeah.
sing, and then you're ready to rock after that.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to still go back, and once we get all the members, we're gonna have to go back in and re-record those songs. I would assume, right? I mean, it's just gonna be goofy. I think. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know.
Well, you already have the tracks. That's all you got the music tracks, and all you need to do is to have the vocals laid on it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just get a little discouraged.
Little.
It sucks seeing all my peers, playing, doing shit, and I'm just kind of like on the sidelines, like, oh yeah, we're still looking for fucking members, and we have one single out. That's it.
I'm looking to be on the sidelines now. That's where I'm looking. That's my goal.
So I can tell you this, and I said it earlier. So we talked to, I mean, Craig, that was before Kaz, right? You were
What's
looking for somebody. So we were talking to Craig. There wasn't a Kaz. Now there's a Kaz. Now there's single and maybe more music. So in a short time for us,
You know,
we've
there's
already
not maybe, there is more
No,
music.
there
There's
definitely
plenty
is.
of
No, no, no.
music.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the having the time
Yeah.
and the ability to get it together quickly.
Yeah.
There's no point rushing it. There's just no
Right.
point.
Right.
Look,
Well,
just like I've
that's
said to Cass, I'm in no rush to
right.
get a label to rip me off.
Yeah.
I'm in
There's
no rush for that. They can
right.
go fuck off, and excuse my French. But hey,
That was English.
no disrespect to the French either.
Yeah.
You know?
Or their fries.
Yeah.
No,
Or,
I
or,
so the
or
point I was
security
making is
systems.
like it
Or
hasn't
their
been that
security
long and you all
systems.
been from not knowing each other to having music out. So you're probably going faster than it feels like you're going, I think.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know,
I was trying to be positive and I'm a negative person.
You're a negative person.
Roger.
It's just a different way of looking at it.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? We're at 105, 106.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to add before we head off? Or?
No, I think that pretty much covered everything.
We want to point out
Yeah,
Craig.
I mean, like I said, you know, we're just looking to we're looking to get these songs together. We're looking to put them out, even if it's just us rehearsing. I've seen Steve. You know, he's got his other band. You know, he's showing they're you know, little videos, whatever. We can get this stuff out there, and if we get some offers to play somewhere, we'll do it. You know,
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
it's not a problem.
You know, I
look forward to.
I foresee that your new singer,
Yeah,
name
there's so
will be-
on here.
Craig, it'll be your. I have a feeling though, your new vocalist, his name will be Tim.
I know that.
Well played. Well played.
We thought about that as a band name.
Tim.
See, our,
That's
our,
cool,
list- our audience, they don't know nothing about Tim.
It's
Do
an
we want
inside.
to tell them about Tim before we go, or
What's that?
nobody needs to know about Tim before we go, do they? Do they?
No, they don't.
Do you want them to know about Tim?
There's nothing to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim.
But,
Okay. So we're done.
yeah,
All right.
thanks.
So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing more material. If you're in the Tampa, Florida area, Clearwater, Sarasota, hit them up. Kaz is looking for a singer. And you
And a
have to be
guitar
awesome.
player.
It can't be a sucky singer.
Yeah.
And a guitar player. We're not looking for shit here. We're looking for good players. That's what
Yeah.
we're looking for.
Yeah,
And like and
at least-
subscribe and thank
at least semi good, like where I'm at.
you. Good.
Semi.
But you have to be good looking like Craig.
Yeah,
Be hot.
you gotta have the
Standoff,
face for
man.
radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there you go. All right. Thanks for joining us. See you later.
Thanks.